Let me get closer, and then I'll get you.
In the case of you and I, Sam, you had opinion about some couple things,
Duane, repeat the question.
Yes, I
out
am.
loud.
I am.
Okay.
The question is, have they segregated the proportion of believers and non-believers? No, they have not. There is a problem with those who experience the evil. They don't like to talk about it to anybody. The ones who experience heaven are gushing. They want to evangelize. There's a big array. We don't know that data for the consequences of the individuality. There's an Indian in India experienced near-death experiences. And he was faced with Yamdoots. Yamdoots are dark, evil creatures. And he did not want to go. And he was relieved, greatly relieved, and they resuscitated him. Another question?
Yes, Duane, what I was going to ask you is, there's been some people who have come up with an explanation of NDEs with the visual and other activity being just a massive burst of activity in the occipital lobe, with the back, the visual cortex. I was wondering what response you would have to that.
The counter theory is that this is all a hallucination. The question is, how do I respond to those who say that this is just a stimulus, a burst of stimulus from the rear portions of the brain? The counter theories in near-death experiences are many and they're substantial. That's the reason why there's controversy. There are people who report near-death experiences that clearly suffered a hallucination. These are not those. And so you go into the researchers and they clearly, carefully try to separate those are hallucinations. The aspect of reality is profound. Accurate reporting when they're in the near-Earth region. Accurate reporting of places, arrangements, and physical assemblies distant from them goes on, which is not possible in a hallucination. There's no way we can validly retort the charge that these are all hallucinations, because these are not reproducible and verifiable. But you like to suffer a near-death experience for the greater glory of science. I don't think so. I don't think anyone will. So there's the problem. We've got to approach this with reason and what evidence we have. And there's a clear distinction, and I can yield to those who are profound researchers, good researchers in this area, as to how they're able to make that distinction. Non-hallucinogenic. Next.
So these people are not actually dead, are they? You say near death, they're not clinically dead.
Au contraire. These people are medically announced dead. The question was, these people are not actually dead, are they? They are. Medically, for all possible measurements we have, are dead. They themselves experientially relate death. An absolute difference to the state of reality that they're used to. Mindy.
Actually, I've been working in hospital all my years. And when these people are dead, or so we thought, they are capable of being resuscitated. So they're not yet really pronounced dead, as far as medical terms are concerned. Otherwise, we would not go into resuscitating them anymore.
Yes.
They are really pronounced dead.
Mindy works
Clinically.
in this medical field, and she is involved in bringing people back to life. They are not officially pronounced dead, she remonstrates. But all the medical evidence, you fight to bring them back, because that is your duty.
For example, there is a sign of some heart activity, so we go ahead and shock the heart. So
Yes.
we come to working again.
Yes.
And pupils, maybe.
Have you talked to anyone?
Maybe over. I have talked to a few that we resuscitated.
Yes.
And they said they met Jesus Christ, they talked.
I'm going to surrender the podium.
Anyway, I do acute medicine, which is anesthesia, and so we are called to resuscitate these patients that are dying or almost dead. And we brought a few of them back to life, and so they are not really pronounced dead. And when we talked to them, we said, what happened? Did you dream of anything? A few, I can count on my one hand, said they talked to Jesus Christ or they were floating in the air, but clinically we didn't pronounce them dead yet. So it's a matter of timing and doing the right thing so fast that we bring them back to life. Thank you.
Yes, there are a lot of MDers. There is a method of research to separate a hallucination from an NDE, and that's a discipline in and of itself, the details of which are good for another whole lecture. But there are people who have been underwater for a half hour, who've been brought back. People have been underwater for 5, 10, 15 minutes, brought back. There are extraordinary cases of death where people self-resuscitated too. So these stretch a continuity, a continuum of variations from immediate to length. The common thread is the actualization in their experiential realm, using Richardian discussion. They actualized an experience of reality totally contrary to this, totally outside this, not contrary. Yes?
Dr. Ward, is there any discerning as to whether these people were in a state of sanctifying grace? And if not, were they grateful for the experience?
Were these people, any discernment with any of these people were in sanctifying grace, and whether they were grateful for the experience? Again, there's a continuum of experience from those who refuse to talk about it to those who will. The ones who will tend to be religious going in, or else had a foundation of conversion going in, and they want to evangelize. There are many who undergo the experience that won't talk to anybody except after great probing and pulling out. They have more difficult experiences, if we want to say it. And again, those who absolutely refuse to divulge to anybody what happened. So we do not know, but we know, I can surmise, the ones who were in sanctifying grace are evangelizing today.
On an unexpected topic, my goodness.